Tuesday night baseball. Should have been Monday. Apologies. Well, I'm going to apologize because I wasn't here, but if you don't know why, I'm not going to even talk about it. Because I will just be beyond pissed about it. As best as we can, the show will go on. But if I need to take any breaks in the meantime, I hope you understand. I do not think that there will be any need to suddenly drop everything and rush to an emergency room. Want to thank Moose Powers for Tier 2. Hey, Moose. Thank you, sir. 4 months now subbed at Tier 2, which means he gets a +3 to his account for his community-created players. And yesterday, JC Schwishman did the same. Thank you, JC. Tier 2. Did that off stream, but have the credit right here. Second half of our Game 163 tiebreakers. American League was front and center on Sunday. Now we send our focus to the middle of the United States as we go to Busch Stadium tonight. Los Angeles Dodgers, St. Louis Cardinals. Both of these teams, since the trading deadline, have been playing better than .600 baseball, despite the fact that you would swear, listening to Anjou, that he wins like 1 out of every 90 games that he plays. But we are ready. I'm trying to fill in a little bit of time because I know Sadier is not here yet. He gave me the heads up. He'll be here soon. Anjou hasn't won a game since 2021, we're pretty sure. Yes. Yeah, that's you're right with the math. St. Louis is 36-23 since the trading deadline, which means they win 1 in 90 games. But that apparently is St. Louis math there. So, all right, enough of that.
Let's go while we're young.
Your face is young. Time to go.
Welcome. Come in. Fresh victims for my ever-growing army of the undead.
Sir, you have to let go of the button.
Well, son of a bitch.
Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. How are you guys? Good to see you. Oh my goodness. So, how have you been since the last time we were here live? Oh my god. It has been a train wreck. Bottom line is that file everything that I have dealt with since I went offline on Sunday as don't recommend it. Don't want to deal with it. Do you know that I have been in an ER 7 times this year, and it hasn't been for me? My wallet to the U.S. healthcare system be like, enough! That's what I say. All right. National League Game 163 tiebreaker. That means it's a regular season game, and it means that one win determines who goes to play a one-game all or nothing in the wild card play-in. Yep, and yep. Minus 10 of 10, I agree. Jettison into the sun, definitely not recommend. Don't forget, not only jettison into the sun, it has to be yeet 100% into the sun. All right, so it is National League's time to shine. If you weren't here on Sunday, where the hell were you? Oh no, never mind. Well, Red Sox at home didn't get the job done right out of the first inning. They trailed and never looked back. They were down 8-1. They finished the game 8-1. Billy was here losing. Yep. Red Sox are off to the golf course. That's all right. Billy will teach them a thing or six about golf. Meanwhile, the Mariners will advance. They will go to Anaheim and take on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in the American League. Woo, oh God. I haven't slept well either, can you imagine? The American League wildcard playing game will be at Los Angeles of Anaheim. National League wildcard play-in game we know for sure is at San Francisco. What we don't know yet is who is that going to be. Is it going to be the Cardinals or will it be the Dodgers? We will find out soon enough. You're here by focusing on your daughter until she's in bed. She's having a rough time right now. Sean Paxler, thank you. Gifting a sub over to Compass Rose. That's Sean Thornton's player, or CCP, I should say. Hello, Chad. Thank you, John Wayne. Interesting. Interesting. It doesn't have you in my top 3 now all of a sudden, Mike. Read her an eMLB bedtime story. That always works. There he is. All right. I stretched long enough to give Sadir an opportunity to get here. He gave me an idea when he was home. He's home. Good. We can jump on it. Don't think that'll help her. Once upon a time, there was this team who would never win a freaking game. They would maybe win 1 out of every 90 times, and somehow they'd still make the playoffs. I'm talking about playoffs. She'll be... Huh? No? Come on. All right. We'll get this one.
Yay.
Yay. Yay for 15 months as well, too. Thank you, Sadir. Appreciate that. And right on cue, Sadir, as usual, schooling Tom in duels. There are things certain in life. Death, taxes, and Omaze losing duels. See, now it's showing. All right, I wasn't sure why. I was... Collusion? No. No such thing as collusion. So tonight I am wearing a hat called Mission 22, which is in support of U.S. veterans and the fact that I believe 22 veterans on average commit suicide daily. So the whole mission of 22 is to improve mental health awareness, provide better support for veterans, I've never been a veteran, but I have plenty of veterans in my life, and if you are one, thank you for your service. That's the least I can say to you. Or you might be right. It might be every 22 minutes. I could be wrong. I just know that it's about the vets and it's about supporting their causes. So it was the least I could do. So I bought this hat. I bought a nice hoodie for the wife. She's like, oh, it's too big. And now she wears it all the I think she's wearing it right now downstairs while wrapped in a blanket, sleeping next to Dom. Dom has been out for most of the day. They use colors for concussion status. You're either green, yellow, orange, or red. Dom's a red right now. So he's no school, no hockey, nothing. That's exactly where he is. So had something happen the other day at work. Someone dropped something. It was the first time we ever had a flashback. Yeah. Can't say I will ever be able to relate, but the fact that it brings you to a time and a place you probably wish that you could store and never think of ever again. Understood. So, proud son of a retired Navy, son-in-law of a retired Army National Guard. Yes, thanks to all the vets for their service. So tonight, not that I was trying to necessarily promote, but I appreciate you asking. Tonight, I'm just wearing a hat in support of the Mission 22 efforts to help support our veterans here, especially as they transition back to home life, which is never easy, understandably so. All right, let's get this game underway. I think Chris is in the chat. I know Anju's there. Boss battle ensuing. Let me remove, there's Chris, the silent assassin as always. Let me remove myself. Wind is blowing in from left field at 10 miles an hour. Factor that in before you bet on this game. Which, before I forget, give me a moment. I've got to get to a screen. Just getting someplace. All right, gang. Let's go over to the Dodgers. You see the lineup situation. I don't have to go over it with the GMs because it's basically the same file. No advancement of days or anything here. Any last-minute changes you'd like to make, Chris? Chris and Anju, don't forget to send me whispers, please. This is going to be a heck of a game, I think. Two teams that have been playing 600-plus ball since August 1st. Let Dom know your Sean just got home and gave you an autographed cover from Slipknot for him. Oh, kind of the size of the artwork they put in the CD case. Well, thank you very much. He will much love that. All right, Freddie Peralta, the king of strikeouts. 3 straight 200-plus strikeout seasons, 5 of his career now. He's currently got his second highest season of strikeouts at 234 coming into tonight's game. For the Cardinals, who of course are missing the big bat of Royce Lewis. Lewis providing a little of everything throughout the season, gone for the year. Of course, Dominic moves up to the top slot. We'll hope the concussion does not affect him in his performance tonight. Dom's played pretty well. We got some stats to share with you since he transitioned back to the leadoff role. Talk about that shortly. Any last-minute changes you want to do here, Anju? Big winter storm going to hit us on Thursday morning. Wind chills of minus 25 to minus 35 degrees. Snow and wind of 55 plus. Sounds like a nice blizzard brewing because someone apparently asked for a white Christmas. All right, Anjou says no changes. Tanner Burns, 27-year-old from Decatur, Alabama, is going to be the man to try to get the Cardinals to San Francisco. Hello, Cardinal fan. Did your OOTP alert you this time? Cardinals, stick around. We've got an extra one for you to be aware of. It's been a bit since I recall you being here, so you might not know that you can do this next step. Before we talk about the usual bets, let's start off with tonight's prediction, gang. Freddie Peralta been striking out 11.6 batters per 9 innings this season. Tanner Burns is just under 8 strikeouts per 9. So the question is, do you think in such a pivotal game, if any starter starts to struggle, do you think the strikeout count will be big? Here's tonight's prediction, which you can bet hairballs, which are Twitch points. That is another way for you to be able to boost your player. Tonight's prediction, the king of strikeouts, Tanner Burns. Total strikeouts by starters only. Only by starters. 13.5. Place your bets if you want to win hairballs. No one really wants to keep hairballs, but around here they are really valuable. If you are a non-GM, you can use hairballs to create a new player. 1 per season, of course. Or you can use them to get boosts of your player. But then, of course, there is the traditional way. Betting on those balls of yarn. Balls of yarn are the currency of the Fluffy Kitty Ninja show. Hey, speaking of boosts, I'm not putting it in right this moment, though. In case he had that in mind. But Rob, deer in the headlights will cash in some hairballs. And he will give himself a +3. Now let's talk about those balls of yarn. Use the exclamation points command that you have, and you can see how many balls of yarn you own. They are the currency of the Fluffy Kitty Ninja show. They are the lifeblood of the eMLB universe. For every 1,000 balls of yarn you've got, can you gift your hairballs? The answer is no. For every 1,000 balls of yarn you've got, you can trade them in and get a boost. However, if you're the type that's like Billy just admitting he really loves to play with his balls.
That's what she said.
Then you can wait until you have 5,000 balls of yarn. And with 5,000 balls of yarn, you can summon Lion-O, the Thundercats. They are the cousins of the FKNs. They will come in and help you get 6 boosts for the price of 5. What a bargain. So here's the betting part where you can earn balls of yarn, gang. Tonight's game, write down in the chat. Sadier's keeping track. In chat, write down which team you think is going to win and how many runs does the winning team score. You don't have to be a regular. If you can hear my voice, then you can participate in this. We are looking for you to join us. The more the merrier. Here's how the betting works. You put your bet in the chat like you just saw Great Scott do. Each of those things are separate. He's betting St. Louis in one instance and 5 in another. We'll talk about that in a sec. If you put your bet in between now and before the end of the first inning and you are right at the end of the game, you're going to win 75 balls of yarn. You can put a bet in the second inning in case you're the type that wants to be an opportunist and see if anyone strikes early like they did in the AL game. That'll get you 50 balls of yarn if you're right, though, for a second inning bet. Last chance to win tonight is going to be in before the third out of the bottom of the third inning. A third inning bet will get you 25 balls of yarn if you're right on the team. But at any time during the betting process, if you pick the wrong side, well, it's going to cost you 25 balls of yarn. Now, that number that you put down does not care which team you are rooting for. It only cares if you're right. Did you get me right or not? If you don't, no problem. But if you nail the number, you're going to win 50 bonus balls of yarn. So you can't be hurt. You can only win on that side. So even if you pick the wrong team tonight, but you nail the number, you lose 25 for the wrong guess, but you get 50 for nailing the number. That's still a plus 25 on the day. Tonight's Game 163, officially the last game of the regular season of 2026, as we are right on the edge of the playoffs. We're talking about playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? Let's go, guys. Jandy's waiting. Now you makes you wonder if these teams want to lose on purpose. Tonight's eMLB game of the night, game 163 in the National League tiebreaker. Winner goes to San Francisco. Powered by the Out of the Park Baseball 23 engine. For 22 real-life years, we've been running, and for about 2 full decades of that, we have been proudly using Out of the Park Baseball, going all the way back to OOTP 5 game. Tonight, the commish is going with his traditional holiday ale. It is Sam Adams Winter Lager this evening. And, of course, you're watching us live on the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show here on Twitch. You can also watch us on YouTube in video on demand. Please help us expand the eMLB universe. It doesn't cost you a dime to hit that link and hit the subscribe button over at YouTube. Don't forget, there are amazing podcasts done by our community that you find at our YouTube channel. Tonight for the Los Angeles Dodgers, coming into this one having won 37 of 58 games since the trading deadline. They have the best power in the National League, 266 home runs, and they come into this one 4th in the National League in ERA and 3rd in strikeouts. Their lineup tonight, Juan Corcoran, the 22-year-old from Colombia, has a 4-game hitting streak and a top average in the regular season for the Dodgers. He will lead off over at second. Jackson Robertson is in left field. He has scored 5 runs in his last 7 games. He'll be in left, batting second. Rob Deere Jr., 20 years old, 341 average, 22 home runs. Community created player of Rob Deere in the headlights. One of the many reasons we encourage you to create a player so that we can tell your story throughout the years. Rob Deere Jr. will be in right field tonight, batting third. Darius D. McKenzie, the big acquisition from Milwaukee, will bat fourth. He's your shortstop. In his last 8, though, he is hitting just a .094 with 12 strikeouts in that span. Looking to get off the schneid. Cody Bellinger is the DH tonight. He is batting 5th. Charlie Dillard, the Dill Bomber, led the team in home runs. McKenzie has 46, but only 22 with the Dodgers. Dillard 46 in Dodger blue. He's your center fielder, batting 6th. Corey Seager is your third baseman, batting 7th. Timo Hernandez, the Los Angeles native, batting 8th and catching. And finally, Al Hinton, the big train, will be at first base, batting 9th. Freddie Peralta, the 30-year-old, 3rd straight season with 200-plus strikeouts. 5th season overall with 200 or more strikeouts. this season. 5 scoreless innings against St. Louis back on June 3rd. Allowed 3 hits, no earned runs. He walked 3, and he struck out 8. For the Cardinals, 36-23 coming into this game since the trading deadline. Both teams have played epic baseball. Cardinals are 3rd in walks, and they are the top 3 in all pitching categories in the National League, with the exception of home runs allowed and strikeouts, where they finished 4th. Cardinals have won 5 of 7 against the Dodgers this season. They'll lead off with Dominic Aguilera. The real-life version of this person has a concussion, probably sleeping. Otherwise, he might watch this game. 26-year-old has a 7-game hitting streak coming into this one, and since he's moved back to the leadoff spot since the injury to Royce Lewis, he's hit .336 with 3 homers and 10 RBI in the leadoff role. He's in left field, batting first. Andrew Alexander is your DH. The rookie from Virginia has 7 hits in his last 14 at-bats, including 3 doubles, a homer, and 6 RBI. The DH batting second. Ronald Acuna Jr. is in right field, batting third. 9-game hitting streak coming into this one. Benny the Jet Rodriguez, community-created player of Yankee Rings 27. We'll see if he comes in tonight or not. 30 home runs on the year for the rookie from Brooklyn. He'll bat 4th over at first. He has been hitting just .211 in his last 32 games played. Joe Adell is your center fielder, hitting under .200 here at Busch. He'll bat 5th. Tom Shuey. Shuey, part of the Jeremy Frank deal, former 10th round draft pick from Cincinnati in 2022. Has done impressive since being given the reins over at 3rd. He's at the hot corner, batting 6th tonight. Gunnar Henderson is your second baseman, batting 7th. He struggled this year, but he does have hits in 3 of his last 4 games. Ivan Herrera has become an instant sensation here in St. Louis. In his last 4 games, he's 7 for 15, 2 home runs, 7 RBI, and he has thrown out almost 40% of runners that dare run on him. Herrera has been red hot and getting the regular starts. He'll bat at 8th tonight behind the dish. Tony Sawyer, the very defensive capable one, he's 4th in the National League. Shortstop running in zone rating, 3rd in defensive efficiency. He's been hitting 400 in his last 4 games, including a couple doubles and 4 runs. He'll bat 9th over at short. Tanner Burns, career high in wins, making his 32nd start on the year. He's 0 for 1 with a 4.5 ERA against the Dodgers this season. He's also coming off of his worst month of the year. 5 starts in September left him 1-2 with a 5.13 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. There's your matchup tonight. It should be a very good one. We come back live here, and with that, we get ourselves transitioned over to tonight's big game. It's the last of the regular season. Let's go to Busch Stadium. Welcome to Busch Stadium for tonight's big game between the Dodgers and the Cardinals. The tiebreaker to determine who will advance to the National League wildcard game. Not the World Series. Let's not jump the gun yet. Loser goes and plays golf. Winner has a date with Jandy Ronson. Let's look at the Cardinals lineup before we get this one underway. I also need to move this around as I am all discombobulated. There we go. Where am I? Where are we? Hello. My goodness, I'm just a mess all of a sudden. Hold on one sec. Had my screens all messed up here. There we go. All right, let's look at our defensive alignment before we get underway, as my throat keeps wanting to fail. 1 sec. Either way, we have an NLS winner over the next 2 games. Interesting. LAD 22. I don't think that's going to win. All right. Dominic Aguilera is in left field. Joe Adele is your center fielder. Ronald Acuna Jr. is in right. Tom Shuey is over at third. Tony Sawyer at short. Gunnar Henderson is at second. And Benny Rodriguez is at first. Ivan Herrera behind the plate. As a reminder, all ratings you see here are a scaled rating system. The true editor goes from 1 to 250, but on the scale system, we're talking 1 to 20. eMLB special and an OOTP nightmare for most of you, but get over it.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Get over it, you honkers. I mean, no, Honker87, thank you very much for hitting the follow button. That's really what I meant to say. Anyway. On the mound for the Cardinals, the 27-year-old from Decatur, Alabama, the 4-year veteran, Tanner Burns. Burns making his 32nd appearance on the year, 11-9 on the season with a 3.48 ERA. He's gone 176 innings, given up 139 hits, 68 earned runs, has allowed 21 homers this year. He walked 53, struck out 155 to this point. Opponents are hitting .214 against Burns this season. All right, before we get started, friendly reminder, you got about 15 minutes left to put your bets in on channel points. Channel points are known as hairballs. It's the prediction between the 2 starters, and just the 2 starters, over under on how many strikeouts there will be tonight. The bar has been set at 13.5. Let's see where we go. Burns ready to go. Juan Corcoran is going to come into the box. I should do this. Oh, wait, no, I'll introduce Corcoran real quick. Corcoran, the 22-year-old from Columbia. 302 average, led the Dodgers this season. Got 22 home runs, 57 RBI. What are you watching if you've never been here before? It's a traditional online league with a twist. I'm the commish. I don't run any team. I don't make any of the managerial decisions that you will be watching. I am here purely as the storyteller and to keep the league upright and functional. Tonight's GMs. Long time day 1, meaning July 19, 2000. This guy was around. That's 22 real life years ago. Chris Holland is your Dodgers GM, long time eMLBer. Glad we have him back. Andrew Alexander is your St. Louis Cardinals GM and manager. They will be the ones calling the shots in tonight's game. So when I look right, yeah, I have ADHD probably, but chances are that I'm really just looking to see what they're telling me to do. Chris, please remember to send me a whisper so that I have your instructions, because I don't have a whisper open to you yet. All right, so when no one's on base, we go right to the result. We go 1-pitch mode. When runners are aboard, we'll go pitch by pitch so that the managers can better tell the story. There's the whisper. All right, excellent. We are ready to go. Hello, Jay Severa. Nice to have you here. And with that, beer in hand, instructions are in. Cheers. Last regular game of the season. Let's get her done. 1-2 count coming from Tanner Burns to Juan Corcoran. And a boss battle. Let's get fluffy. 1-2 pitch going to be hit towards center field. Joe Adele ranging over to his right a few steps. He'll pull it in. We've got our first out here to get this game underway. Remember, no other games are being played. The other game has already been completed, where the Mariners defeated the Red Sox 8-1. Mariners heading to Anaheim as we speak. One out now. That'll get Jackson Robertson into the box. From Gentry, Arkansas, Robertson, the left-hander, 25 years old, hitting .288 on the year with 3 homers, 26 RBI. Burns' first pitch to him, going to be slapped over to third. Diving stop over there from Shuey. He'll throw to first. It's not going to be, it's going to be wide is what it's going to be. Robertson's going to capitalize, and he'll fly over to second on the E5 from Tom Shuey.
Go!
Here's a game where you're going to see a lot of 1.0 names. Let's go over them real quick. You got Juan Corcoran, Jackson Robertson, Charlie Dillard, Timo Hernandez, and the big train Al Hinton. Just on the lineup. Here, Tony Sawyer, Tom Shuey are your two on this side. And then you've got your community creative players and your real life major leaguers. That's what eMLB is. A little bit of everything. So with the attempted sexy play of the day fouling up, and Robertson now at second, in comes the baby buck himself, Rob Deere Jr. Community creative player of Rob Deere in the headlights. Comes in with a mammoth start to his career. 341 for the 20-year-old from Orange, California. He's got 22 home runs and 57 RBI. First pitch from Burns. Looks like he works the curveball, missing low for ball one. 1-0 is going to be swung on and wrapped straight back. Gave at least one person a heart attack as that smashes against the screen. It's a ball and a strike. Deere was a 14th selection overall, round one last season out of Nebraska. Drafted by the Dodgers. The 1-1. Big swing and a miss. He was thinking of putting a one into the bleachers in that one, but it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Just underway here from Busch Stadium. Great to have you here. Pivotal final game of the regular season. Winner goes to San Fran for the wild card. Loser goes to play golf. The 1-2 from Burns. Swing and a miss. Gets him with the curveball.
I cannot hit curveball. Straight ball, I hit it very much. Curveball, that's our friend.
Who keeps letting Pedro Serrano into my booth? First strikeout on the day for Tanner Burns. Remember, one strikeout, the over-under. You can still put your predictions in for hairballs. You got around 9 minutes and 10 seconds left to put your predictions on. If 13.5 strikeouts, over or under between the two starters, Tanner Burns and Freddie Peralta. Darius McKenzie, D-Mac comes in. Acquired in a trade from Milwaukee, the 23-year-old from Lewisburg, Tennessee. .297 average on the year with 46 home runs and 131 RBI for D-Mac. First pitch to him will be grounded right to short. Easy play to his left is Tony Sawyer. He'll throw to first, and that'll leave a runner stranded at scoring position for the Dodgers. Half an inning in the books. Dodgers will not get anything here. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Cardinals are coming up. It's the eMLB Game 163 National League Tiebreaker. Bottom of the first here at St. Louis. It is the Dodgers taking on the Cardinals. It is raining here. We'll see how that affects play. Let's look at the defensive alignment for the Dodgers before we get underway. In the outfield, Jackson Robertson is in left. Charlie Dillard is your center fielder, and Rob Deere Jr. in right. Corey Seager down over at third. Darius McKenzie is your shortstop. Juan Corcoran is at second, and Al Hinton is your first baseman. Behind the dish, Timo Hernandez on the hill. The 30-year-old from Mocha in the Dominican Republic. It is the right-hander. We call him the king of strikeouts, Freddie Peralta. Peralta's 35th appearance on the year. 13-9 with a 4.28 ERA. 181 innings of work. He gave up 152 hits, 86 earned runs. He did allow 29 home runs on the regular season. He walked 71 batters and struck out 234 batters to this point. That is his second highest season ever, 291 when he was with the Brewers a few years back. Back in 2023 to be exact. Opponents are hitting 221 off of Peralta this year. And with him all ready to go, let's get in the kid. Keep feeling better, Dom. Love you, buddy. Dominic Aguilera, 26-year-old from Waterbury, Connecticut, will start us off. Aguilera hitting 274 on the year. He's got 13 home runs and 50 runs batted in. Since reclaiming the leadoff spot this season after Royce Lewis's injury, he's been hitting 336 in the leadoff spot. Two-0 pitch to Dom. Swinging bunt right towards the left side. Freddie Peralta's got to hurry as Dom's going down the line. Not in time. Aguilera's going to get an infield hit. A little bit of an off step for Peralta slowed him to get to that ball. It was not a guarantee. He had to hurry, but Aguilera is going to get in with an infield single. That'll put Anju Alexander into the box. The rookie, 23-year-old from Virginia Beach, Virginia, enters play hitting 239 on the year. He's got 20 home runs, 74 RBI. First pitch. One's going to be a slider taken in for strike one. Aguilera might have been doing a little bit of a dance over there at first. Dom didn't get a lot of steals this year, only 6 attempts. That's a career low for him. Stole 3 and got caught 3 times. The 1-0. Watches that one all the way. There's strike one. Aguilera over at first. Alexander waits the 1-1, lines it into right. That's going to drop down in front of Deere for a base hit. Aguilera takes the wide corner and puts on the brakes as he sees the third base coach call for the stop sign. That'll get runners to first and second here with the first 2 hits on the day. Nobody out. Ronald Acuna with an opportunity. Acuna, 264 average on the year, 31 home runs, 87 RBI for the 28-year-old Venezuelan. Comes into this game with a 9-game hitting streak. First pitch goes right after. It's a line shot over to second, but a great read by Corcoran. Unlucky play there as Acuna got a decent shot at it, but it's an almost atom ball right at Corcoran, who just had to make a reflex. Makes the play. Everybody back safely though, but there's the first out. 1 out now. Time for another community-created player, Benny the Jet Rodriguez. The 22-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, 280 average on the year, 30 home runs, 107 RBI. First pitch. That one's going to miss low with a slider. Ball 1. Rodriguez has struggled in his last 32 games, basically since September 1st, hitting just .211. Does have 19 RBI on the time, but has not been hitting at the same pace he did to start the year. 1-0. Just in there with a strike up right at the bottom of the zone. The 1-1 pitch. In there, strike two, quickly behind, no, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just underway here, bottom of the First Bush Stadium. Good to have you all here this evening, game of the night. It's a big one as we finish off a tremendous 2026 season. The 1-2 swings and gets a piece of the curveball. Almost missed it, but Rodriguez stays alive. It's 1-2 still. Dominic Aguilera is over at second. Andrew Alexander is at first. Hernandez gives the sign. The pitch from Peralta. Just got a piece as he climbs the zone. Didn't go far enough out. Rodriguez stays alive. 1-2. The 1-2. Just got a piece again. This time the off speed. Good mix of pitches coming from Peralta here. Rodriguez doing all he can to stay alive. The 1-2 coming to the Jet. Checks the swing. They're going to appeal. No, says the third base umpire. Stays alive. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Down the third base side. Fair ball. Just gets through. 1 run will score. Aguilera will reach. And the Jet's going to get one down the line as he gets the double. RBI double as it just gets past the glove of Corey Seager at third. The Jet gets his 22nd double of the year. 108 RBIs now on the season. Cards take an early 1-0 lead. Joe Adell will come in. Adell, the center fielder. 236 average on the season for Joe. 32 home runs and 94 RBI. He has struggled at home this year. Just a 199 clip in over 275 at-bats. First pitch goes right after it, fouls it off. Very aggressive at-bats here from the Cardinals to start this one. The 0-1 misses just low. The ump gives a little look at it, slides off to the side. It's a 1-1 count. One pitch. Swings, fouls that one off. It's a ball and 2 strikes now to Adell. Dom Shuey, the switch hitter from Maryland, waiting on deck. One ball, 2 strikes the pitch. Misses just low, works the slider down in there. Can't get any result. The 2-2 pitch. Up in the zone, but foul. Just off to the side, about 4 feet. Almost took the foot off of the first base coach. Hello, Grumpy. Oop, sorry. The 2-2 one more time. Just gets a piece on the slider. Cardinals getting good contact here early on in this bottom of the first. Two. Another piece, fouls it straight back. Great battle here from Adell. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The 2-2. Lifted to left field. Ranging over, Jackson Robertson makes the catch. There'll be a play towards the plate. Sprinting home from third is Alexander. Safe! Gets in by about a step as he beats the tag from Hernandez. Sack fly for Joe Adell. Good battle for him. Makes it 2-0. 95th RBI on the season. Two outs now. Rodriguez snuck over to third on the play. Good read from him. Tom Shuey, the 22-year-old rookie from Annapolis, Maryland, part of the Jeremy Frank trade, and already making an impact here. Shuey, 268 average on the year, 7 home runs, 23 RBI. First pitch to Shuey. It's going to miss low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch comes too far inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Peralta, 25 pitches already thrown in this first inning. Not one strikeout for him. If you had a chance, you might be playing the under. Well, 68% of you think it's going to be under tonight. The 2-0 pitch. There's one right down the middle. Strike 1. The 2-1. There's one in there. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez down at third. Early 2-0 lead for the Cardinals. The 2-2. Swing and a miss.
Fatality.
Comes inside on him. Shuey got no chance to catch up to that 96-mile-an-hour heater. First strikeout on the day for Peralta. Now we'll retire this side. Cardinals will strike for 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 inning done here. Let's go to the second. Still time for you to bet in tonight's game if you haven't done so yet. Who do you think's going to win? You got 50 balls of yarn waiting for you if you pick the right team, and 50 more if you guess the right total number of runs scored by the winning team. To the second we go. Tanner Burns back to the hill with a 2-0 lead. He will start it off with the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. Starting it off, Cody Bellinger. Bellinger struggling with the average, 218 this season. He has 44 home runs, 112 RBI, second on the team in homers. He does come into this game with a 6-game hitting streak, hitting .429 with a home run and 8 RBI in that span. No one's on. Let's go right here. The 2-2 pitch. Well struck towards right field. Going back but pulling up. Making the play is Acuna as the wind plays a factor here. It's raining, the wind blowing in from left. Didn't get all of that one apparently. Well, it was outside of the zone, so just sounded good, but it was nothing. 1 out. Another power hitter. Top power hitter on the Dodgers, Charlie Diller, comes in. 46 home runs this year while hitting .223. And 89 RBI for the 24-year-old from Scottsdale, Arizona. HB Ramblin', thank you for hitting the follow. We appreciate it. Welcome to Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. Hey, Moose. Thanks again for the tier 2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He goes and chases after a changeup. Yes. Changeup. Speak English. Struggling with the throat as is for whatever reason. It happens from time to time. Second strikeout on the day for Tanner Burns. We've got 2 outs now here in the top of the second. Corey Seager is your batter. Seager from Kannapolis, North Carolina, the 32-year-old, hit .261 this year, has 22 home runs, 66 RBI. Help if I hit the 1-1 pitch. Grounded down to third. Fair ball just past the diving attempt. Shuey tried to put a big glove on it, but it just gets by him, and it gets all the way out there. Heading to second is Corey Seager. He's got his 40th double on the year. It's a 2-out double. First hit on the day for the Dodgers. Two outs now. Timo Hernandez, the native Los Angeles Californian, 25-year-old, enters play, hitting .272 this season. He's got 17 homers and 57 RBI. First pitch goes inside, goes after it. It's an easy strike one as he went chasing there. Hernandez shakes his head on that one. The 0-1 goes after that one. Might have been out of the zone as well, but it's going to be out of play, and he's quickly behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Burns. Grounded over to second. Good range to his left. Gunnar Henderson has it. Makes the play, and that will retire the side. They'll leave another runner in scoring position. Inning and a half in the books. Dodgers have nothing. Cards lead it 2-0. Bottom of the second we go. It means the bottom third of the order due up for the Cardinals. Here we'll start it off with second baseman Gunnar Henderson. Henderson, the 3-year veteran from Selma, Alabama, hit .218 this season. He had 8 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Turn pitch by pitch off as we start the bottom of the second with an 0-2 count. Goes up in the zone and he blows it right by him.
Emotional damage.
Not much you can do even with an 84-mile-an-hour slider that keeps rising on you. Absolutely foolish at bat for Gunnar Henderson there. 2 strikeouts on the day for Peralta. 4 now for those of you that have bets in on tonight's prediction. The over-under on total strikeouts by the 2 starters. No reliever. 13.5 is the number. Oh, Chris just did a pirate.
No!
1 out now. Ivan Herrera, the catcher, comes in. He's been electric since he's been given the nod. The 26-year-old from Panama enters play, hitting .298 on the year. He's got 4 home runs and 15 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. Line shot right back up the middle. Almost took off the glove of Peralta on the way through. Little wave attempt from Peralta and almost sizzled the glove right off. Fourth hit on the day now for the Cardinals as Herrera is aboard. That'll put the shortstop Tony Sawyer in, another 1.0 player. Again, when we reference 1.0 players, we're talking about players that were part of the original universe of eMLB way back from 2000 to 2010. 2011 to be exact. Sawyer, .267 average, 1 home run, 47 RBIs. First pitch to Sawyer is going to miss outside, ball 1. Sawyer's had decent success in a small sample against Peralta, 3 for 6 lifetime. The 1-0. He'll check his swing. Doesn't matter to appeal it. It's right down the middle. Strike 1. The 1-1. Goes after a bad one. Fooled completely. He's now down a ball and 2 strikes. Again, it's raining here in St. Louis. Don't know if that'll play a factor, but we got to get through the game in order for it to count, or at least through 4.5. The 1-2 misses away, doesn't go chase that one. He'll work at the 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Grounded over to second. Easy play to Corcoran to McKenzie. Over to Hinton. It's a 4-6-3 double play.
Yeah, baby!
Dodgers get what they need to make sure that this one doesn't get out of hand. Second inning now in the books, which means it's time for the 3rd inning and your last call to put your bets in tonight. You've got before the bottom of the 3rd inning to get your bet in on who you think wins and how many runs does the winning team score. Hey, Swiggy. Hello, hello, sir. Fellow out of the park affiliate, Swiggy, who unfortunately suffered a little blow here recently. Thank you, Sean Paxland. Appreciate you doing that. Gifting a sub over to Swiggy. And as I was just saying, Swiggy's kind of a resident Nippon specialist who got a little bit of a blow here recently with the whole removal of the MPB from out of the park. Hey, Swiggy. You could create a player here now with that gifted sub, and you could make a Nippon player that comes originally choosing eMLB over the Nippon leagues as a thought. Just saying. Your choice. Al Hinton, the big train, will start us off here in the top of the 3rd. That said, you have started the alternative universe mod. Got it. Al Hinton, the big train, acquired from the Yankees around the trade deadline. 248 average on the year for him. 31 home runs, 77 RBI. Remember, 4 total strikeouts today for those of you who put in a prediction on the over-under on strikeouts by the starters. I hope it's like cable providers claiming they won't be able to show a specific channel and then suddenly a check is written and we're back in business. That'd be nice. So, Swiggy, here's the best thing I can do. I'll click this. CCPs is what we call them. It starts by, if you join us in our Discord, all the information is already there, including how to use boosts, how to earn boosts. If you like to write, you can write about your player and earn boosts that way. There's the best link I could do. Join us there, and feel free to fill out the template, and I'll get your player in. They will become eligible for the draft at the All-Star break next season. Remember, we've got 2 new teams coming. Montreal Expos and the Portland Stags as we expand to 32. First, oh, shoot, I didn't turn on pitch by pitch. It's a 1-0. Well, that's because no one's on. We're good. Grounded over to first. The Jet will pick it up and step on the bag. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. 1 out now, back to the top of the order. Juan Corcoran, the Colombian, 0 for 1 today. First pitch to Corcoran. Fisted over towards second. Easy play there for Gunnar Henderson. He'll make the catch for the second out. I think what Sweeky's saying is twist his arm. Okay, he'll do it. 2 outs now. Jackson Robertson, the left fielder, comes in. He's 0 for 1. 3-2 pitch. Misses up and in, ball 4. First walk issued on the day from either side. Burns allowing Robertson to get to first. He's a threat to steal anytime he gets there. Robertson, 13 steals in 17 attempts this season. 2 outs now. The baby buck, Rob Deere Jr., is at the dish. You never know. I mean, in 1.0, we did entertain having GMs in our Nippon League. We do have a Nippon League here. That's where we got Seiya Suzuki coming over. We got Tomoya Mori that came over. Those are our 2 most prominent Japanese players, not named Otani. First pitch to Deere comes inside, and he's going to miss it or hit it straight foul. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, calling for a pitch out, was Herrera, but Robertson wasn't going anywhere on that one. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. There's 1 away. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 from Burns, lifted to right field, going back Acuna. He's not going to be able to make the play as that gets down for Deere. Chris, what do you do? Jackson Robertson's rounding second. Does he try for third? Ball is shallow. Robertson's a fantastic runner. Acuna has a great arm. What do you do? What do you do? Send him, he says. Here's the play at third. Safe! Not in time. Robertson guns it for third. He'll get in with the head first slide. It's a base hit for Rob Deere. Gets us runners at first and third now with 2 outs, and here comes D-Mac. D-Mac now, unfortunately, 3 for 33 in his last 9 games. He'll try to break off the schneid here. He is 0 for 1 today. First pitch. Checks the swing. They appeal. They say he held up. Ball 1. Despite his struggles, still 131 RBI, 46 home runs for the big shortstop. 1-0 pitch. That one's going to miss low. 2-0. Rob Deere in the headlights, loving what his community credit player does. He's having a phenomenal rookie season here. I'll claim D-Mac off of waivers for you. He's clearly past his prime. Yep. 23 years old. That's old. The 2-0. Fouls it back. That one will find the seats as Rodriguez gave it a bit of a look. The 2-1 pitch to right field, but hooking and just foul. Did not miss by much. Maybe 2 to 3 feet to the right. Could have been extra bases. 2-2 pitch from Burns comes. Up and in. Woo, big collective ooh from the crowd. Full count pitch coming up. Deere Jr. should be off on the pitch. The 3-2 runner goes. It's lifted to left field, coming down the line, but foul once again, this time on the other side. McKenzie just coming close to finding some extra base chalk here, but he is not missing by much. The 3-2 one more time. To left field. Very well struck. Watching it all the way. Aguilera. It's over the bullpen. It's a 3-run homer. Darius McKenzie. 47th home run on the year for D-Mac. He'd been struggling in over his last 9 games, but he gives the Dodgers a 3-2 lead as he battled big time. RBIs 132, 133, and 134 on that one. Cody Bellinger. Bellinger 0 for 1. A full count pitch. He's going to pop it up. Shallow center field coming in. Good range. Joe Adele will get there in time to make the play. Dodgers strike for 3 runs on 2. Hits the big one. Over the bullpens. Darius McKenzie's 47th on the year. Bottom of the 3rd we go. Last chance for you to bet on this game. It's a new one. Dodgers 3, Cardinals 2. Bottom of the 3rd we go. Dominic Aguilera. He'll start us off 1 for 1 for Dom. Followed by Andrew Alexander, Ronald Acuna Jr. 3-0 pitch. He's going to miss ball 4. Aguilera will draw the walk. Leadoff walk issued. First walk issued on the day from Peralta. Nobody out. Andrew Alexander, your batter now. 1 for 1. First pitch comes inside, caught the inner corner, strikeout, or strike 1, excuse me. 20 more runs, Chris, no pressure. Wait, don't you need 19? The 0-1. Inside, Aguilera's on the way. The throw over to second, not in time. Dominic Aguilera hustling down there, and he gets himself a stolen base. It's been the least attempts of his 7-year career this season. It's only his 7th attempt, but he will get in 4 steals on the season now for Aguilera. Runner at second now, nobody out. It's a 1-1 count. The pitch. Swings and fouls that one off. It's now ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Just gets a piece, hangs that one into the seats. Team doctor is stressing out. The 1-2 towards left field. Ranging over, Jackson Robertson has plenty of room. He will make the catch. Quick throw in, and Aguilera cannot advance. First out of the 3rd. That'll put Ronald Acuna Jr. back in. Acuna tonight 0 for 1. Continues to have struggles against Peralta. 3 for 28 lifetime. It does have 2 home runs, though. First pitch up in the zone, but at the letters. Strike 1. Bit of a dangerous pitch there. The 0-1. Hard shot to second. Diving stop over there by Corcoran. He'll throw to first. Not in time. He had a long range to go. He puts a glove on it. Had to get himself back in position for an awkward throw. Not enough on it. Acuna gets in for the infield hit. Aguilera will stop at third on the play. We got runners at the corners with one out. And here comes the Jet. The Jet had a double in his first at bat. First pitch to Benny. It's in there, strike one. Acuna's on his way. He had a great jump, and he gets in there. Plenty of time with the stolen base. Acuna, 19 steals in 26 attempts for him. Second steal of the inning for the Cardinals. You got runners in scoring position now. An 0-1 count to the Jet. 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouls it off. It's a no ball, 2-strike count. The 0-2 pitch. Grounded to second. Corcoran has it. He'll play it safe. Goes to first. But meanwhile, Aguilera, good hustle, crosses the plate. Acuna follows suit, gets the third. We got a tie ball game again. It's 3-3. The Jet gets another RBI, 109 on the season for him. 2 outs now, runner at third. Joe Adell with another opportunity. Adell had a sac fly. First pitch is going to be at the knee, strike one. 0-1 pitch, checks the swing, the appeal. Nope, they say it went wide, and he did not go. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. That's a slider, misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch, lined into left, fair ball. That's going to be a base hit. No chance for Seager to make a reach on that one as Acuna will cross the plate. Joe Adell gets another RBI. 2 RBI for Rodriguez, 2 for Adell. It's 4-3. Cardinals come right back. Tom Shuey is your batter now. Shuey, 0 for 1. First pitch. That's a changeup, misses wide, ball 1. The 1-0. Up in zone, another attempt going for Adell. He's going to get in there. It's another stolen base for the Cardinals. Now 15 steals on the season for Adell. Another runner in scoring position. 2 outs. It's a 1-1 count to Shuey. The pitch goes away on him. Doesn't chase. 2 balls. 1 strike. 2-1 delivery, grounded over to third. Seager bobbles it. He's going to try to hurry to first. It's not going to be in time. Everybody's going to be safe. Shuey will reach on the error. 2E5. Each third baseman with an error tonight. No! This time, Corey Seager the cause. Adell gets the third. Runners at the corners again. Gunnar Henderson is your batter. He's 0 for 1. Seager was against the win on that play. Is he still running, though? That's my question. First pitch, lifted to left field. This one's got some distance, going back, still going back, but foul. Wind pushes it in. Gunner went down the line, didn't stay fair. Don't know if it was enough to be a home run. It was close. Robertson chasing after it all the way. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Swung completely over the 96 mile an hour. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. The hell? Hold on a sec. Oh, never mind. All right. My computer was doing something wonky. Swung on as the runner was going, but it lands in the seats and foul. It's all good. Peralta checks the runners, the 0-2 one more time. Swing and fouls that one off. He'll stay alive. 5th pitch of the at-bat coming up on an 0-2 count. Peralta getting ready to throw his 65th pitch here through 2 2/3. The 0-2. Checks the swing. Ooh, does not get the corner. Thought he had it. A little too far out. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Working on your blog article. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Peralta finally gets the strikeout. That's his 3rd on the day. 5 total for those of you who put the bets in on predictions. Cardinals give up the 3-run homer in the inning. They get 2 runs back. 3 innings are in the books. No more bets. Your bets are in. Good luck to all of you trying to win tonight on the Balls of Yarn. To the 4th we go. Cardinals 4, Dodgers 3. All right, top of the 4th. Tanner Burns ready to go again. He's got Charlie Dillard, Corey Seager, and Timo Hernandez scheduled up. See activity down in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Got Julio Urias starting to loosen up. Homer Cruz, a lefty and a righty in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Dillard 0 for 1. Waits the 2-2 pitch. Hard shot over to second, but right into the shift, and Gunnar Henderson is there. He'll throw to first for the out. 1 out now, Corey Seager, your batter. Seager 1 for 1. He had his 40th double on the year in his first at bat. Waits a 2-2 pitch. He'll lift it to left field. Not very hard hit, but it's going to be a base hit. Kind of an Olay swing on the curveball, but enough to get his 2nd hit on the day. With 1 out, 1 on, Timo Hernandez is your batter. Hernandez tonight 0 for 1. First pitch, changeups. Keeps it very low. Good block by Herrera. Ball 1. The 1-0. That one's at the knee. Strike 1. Ball on a strike. The 1-1. Just outside the zone. It's 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch is in there at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was an off-speed pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Hernandez. Up in the zone, and he got him. Strike 3. Challenged him with some high heat, up and in, could not get it. 3rd strikeout on the day, and with that strikeout, Tanner Burns has now set a new career high in a season in strikeouts with his 158th strikeout. Congratulations to him. 2 outs now, top of the 4th. The big train, Al Hinton, coming to the box. He is 0 for 1. First pitch he sees comes too far in for ball 1. Shift on Tony Sawyer, playing just behind the bag, just a hit to the second base side. The 1-0. Airs one at the knees, ball and a strike. The amount of pitches being burned by both of these starters, gotta think we're not going to get to 13.5 by the starters tonight. The 1-1. Lifted down the right field. That's going to get in front of Acuna for a hit. Heading to 3rd on the play is Seager. He's going to get in there, but it was close. Great throw come from Acuna. But he gets in there in time. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Top of the order we go. It's Juan Corcoran. D-Mac. Somebody post the highlight for D-Mac. Someone pull the clip in and bring it into the chat for D-Mac to see. Corcoran is your batter. He's 0 for 2. First pitch. Curveball. Catches the outer half. Nasty pitch from Burns. Strike 1. Oh no, it's not letting you. I'm sorry. There it is. Sorry, I forgot. I needed to permit you. There you go, D-Mac. Check that out. The 0-1 pitch. Grounded down to 3rd base side. Great read over there by Shuey. Over to 2nd in time for the force out, and that is going to retire the side. Sorry about that, JC. Shuey keeps it from becoming a tie once again. Dodgers will leave 2 aboard. We'll go bottom of the 4th now. It's St. Louis 4 and the Dodgers 3. All right, bottom of the 4th we go. Freddie Peralta back out there. 3 strikeouts on the day. Ivan Herrera, Tony Sawyer, Dominic Aguilera due up. Herrera, 1 for 1. Waiting a 1-2 pitch. He'll lift it to center field. Good read from Charlie Dillard. He'll pull it in. Nope, never mind. I was looking elsewhere, and it was caught. I thought he had a good read on it. Keep your eye on the ball, Kamish. All together now.
You idiot.
Yeah. All right. Those animations, though. Yeah, that's why. I thought it was going to be caught. eMLB Dodgers Chris, best boss ever. There's some truth to that. He is probably one of the best eMLB managers we've had lifetime, but he kind of has 2 decades of experience doing it, so. Tony Sawyer is your batter. Sawyer, 0 for 1. Herrera now 2 hits today. First pitch. Oh, he squares to bunt, pulls it back in time. It's ball 1. Glad you're catching this somewhat. Hey, Danny. The 1-0 pitch goes away. He's squared, but this time he pulls it back. It's 2-0. Looked like a pitch out as Hernandez jumped to his right. The 2-0 pitch. Sawyer squares again. This time he pulls back. It's now 3-0. Does he square one more time? The 3-0. No, this time he watches it all the way. It's down the middle. 3-1. The 3-1. Swings this time, but he'll foul it down the third baseline. It's a full count. Kennedy. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no one out here. Bottom of the 4th, the pitch. Grounded down to third. Diving stop from Seager. The throw over to first. Not in time. Sawyer flew down the line. Great diving attempt from Seager. He got up as quick as he could, rifles it over, but not in time. We've had some big hustle from these guys. Pulling it all out. Sawyer with an infield hit now. 8 hits on the day for the Cardinals. Herrera at second. Sawyer at first. Dominic Aguilera is 1 for 1 today. He walked in his last at bat. First pitch to Dom. He goes right after it and fouls it off. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. This one's a curveball that he'll watch. It's a ball and a strike. Aguilera's faced Peralta a lot. 11 for 35 lifetime. That's a 314 clip. The 1-1. Watches that one at the knee. Strike 2. Worked a slider on the outer half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fooled him with the changeup, and he is going to go down. That's 4 strikeouts on the day now for Freddie Peralta. 1 out now, and Andrew Alexander, the first base, the DH, excuse me, is 1 for 2 today. First pitch is going to be a fastball way outside, ball 1. Hey, Noble. We've got 7 total strikeouts by the starters today. For those of you who put it on the over-under for total strikeouts at 13.5 by the starters. The 1-0. Watches it all the way. That's at the knees. 1-1. The 1-1. Lined in the fair down the right side as it gets past everybody. Hit and dove for it. Corcoran went after it. It got by them both. Everybody advances 90 feet on the play. Herrera stops at third. Bases loaded situation for Ronald Acuna. This season, he's 2 for 15 with a grand slam and 9 RBI in this situation. One out, bottom of the 4th. Nowhere to put Acuna. The first pitch from Peralta. Curveball gets the outside corner. Strike 1. Infield comes in to try to gun down Herrera at home. The 0-1. That one's too far low. It's a ball and a strike. They could be also trying to get the double play here. Not a lot of speed on the base paths in this instance. The 1-1. Stays low, too far down. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Ooh, gets fooled by the off speed, but he was thinking big as he hacks at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. What a huge strikeout for Freddie Peralta.
Where's the caboose?
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Huge strikeout when he needed it. 180 times Acuna's gone down this season. Maybe one of the bigger times right there. 5 strikeouts now for Peralta. 2 outs now. Bases still loaded. Here comes the Jet. He's 1 for 2 tonight with 2 RBI, 2 grand slams, hitting 7 for 18 this season with 23 RBI in these instances. Oh, time. Lefty being called. Freddie Peralta's day is over. Julio Urias is getting called. Peralta's day is over. Good night, Freddie. Just 5 strikeouts for the strikeout king today. He'll end the season at 239. Cannot win this game. Here comes the 30-year-old from Mexico. From Culiacan, Mexico, it's Julio Urias. 42nd appearance on the year. He's 5-3 with a 3.96 ERA. 1 save to his credit. 104 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 101 hits, 46 earned runs. He's allowed 9 home runs while walking 46 and striking out 83. Throws your traditional 4-pitch arsenal, works the fastball, curveball predominantly in the mid-90s. He'll also work the slider and the changeup. 11 seasons in the majors for Urias, all here in Los Angeles. Urias ready to go against Rodriguez. Rodriguez 3 for 5 against Urias lifetime. Lefty-lefty matchup here in this pivotal game. First pitch is a curveball, misses low for ball 1. So again, Peralta leaves with 5 strikeouts. Burns is still in with 3 strikeouts. That's 8 strikeouts now with 13.5 as your over-under. The 1-0. Fastball misses low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, sorry, I know I hit a wrong button there. Let me go back. I still hit a wrong button. Dang it. Pay attention. There we go. My bad. There we go. Fastball is taken. 2-1. The 2-1 to the Jet. Swings and fouls that one back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Sends a curveball up and in and just absolutely gets it by him.
Emotional damage.
They always do that when it's bases loaded. Big opportunity for the Cardinals will go by the wayside. 4 innings are in the books. It's 4-3 Cardinals. Let's go to the 5th. Tanner Burns back to the hill. Journey of the starters brought to you tonight by Sam Adams Winter Lager. Choice of the commission, tonight's pivotal National League tiebreaker. For Burns, 4 innings of work. He's given up 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He's allowed the big home run to McKenzie. He's walked 1, struck out 3, thrown 74 pitches to this point. Jackson Robertson, Rob Deere Jr., Darius McKenzie scheduled up here in this top of the 5th. Robertson 0 for 1. Oh, 2 pitch. Lifts it to right center field. Ranging over is Acuna. Adele in the neighborhood, but Acuna makes the catch. 1 out. See activity in the bullpen for the Cardinals. See Jack Flaherty, the right-hander, and Resli Linares, the left-hander. Lefty and righty in the dugout, in the bullpen. One out now. Here comes Rob Deere Jr. 1 for 2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nothing but crickets on that curveball for Deere. 4 strikeouts on the day now for Tanner Burns. 9 strikeouts total on the over-under. We've got 2 outs now. Darius McKenzie comes to the box. 1 for 2. He had the big 3-run homer in his last at-bat. This one went over the bullpens in left center field. The 2-2 pitch. He's going to lift it towards right center field. Adele calls for it over Acuna. He'll make the catch. And the Dodgers will go 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th. To the bottom of the 5th we now go. Halfway through this ball game. Cards hanging on. 4-3 lead. Bottom of the 5th, Joe Adell, Tom Shuey, Gunnar Henderson scheduled up here as Julio Urias will stay into this game after replacing Freddie Peralta. Adell, 1 for 1 with 2 RBI. Waits the 1-0 count. Down towards first, easy play there for Hinton. He'll step on the bag, easy first out, 1 out. Boss battle. Let's jump on in and get Fluffy awake. 1 out, Tom Shuey. The switch hitter will go to the right side of the box now. Shuey tonight 0 for 2. He hit .303 against lefties this season. A 3-2 pitch. Grounds it over to short. Tony Sawyer bobbles it. I'm sorry, that's not Sawyer. That's McKenzie. D-Mac is going to have an E6 over there. No! He was thinking about the throw before he had the ball. He boots it. E6. Bit of a sloppy game here now. 3 errors by both sides. Shuey is aboard with 1 out. Gunnar Henderson is your batter. He's 0 for 2. First pitch. Going to be a fastball on the outer half. Strike 1. Darius McNessie. Wrong sport, though, to be that. The 0-1. There's a curveball. It's in there. Strike 2. All they're thinking about is, I don't want to face Jandy. No balls, 2 strikes to Henderson. The pitch. Checks the swing. They appeal. They say he did not go. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Watches it all the way. Henderson goes down by strikeout for the 2nd time tonight. 2 strikeouts for Urias. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Ivan Herrera continues to be the beast at the plate. 2 for 2 tonight. We'll watch the first pitch. That one's low and away. Ball 1. The 1-0. Swings and fouls that one back. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That one's going to be a grounder towards the plate. Hernandez snaps it over to second, but not in time as Tom Shuey will get himself a stolen base. Just the third steal on the year for the rookie. 2 outs, runner at second. A 2-1 count. It's now the fourth steal on the day for the Cardinals. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball misses away. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch. He's going to swing and pop it up right side. Foul territory. Hernandez calling for it. Hinton in the area, but Hernandez will make the catch. Wait a minute. Who's injured? Who's injured? Who's injured? Julio Arias seems to be in pain. Trainer examines his back, and they're going to have to take him out of the ball game. Uh-oh. Arias is injured. We don't know the extent of it. We'll deal with that bottom of the 6th so Chris can think about it, but you're definitely going to have to replace him. I'm going to go one more inning before I take a break. Top of the 6th we go. Tanner Burns back on the hill. Cody Bellinger, Charlie Dillard, and Corey Seager scheduled up. Incoming to your TIE Fighters. Here comes the Donnie Raid, Danielle Freakson and in his fam. Thank you, Donnie.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Shout out to Danielle Freak. Plays a lot of Madden. Way too much Madden when I want to play FIFA. Yeah, bum. I gave him crap earlier for
We
it.
would be honored if you would join us.
Chaos, thy metallic Mawile, I assume. Thank you very much for hitting the follow. Star Wars always around here for sure, but we are the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. I am Kabish LB, King Solo. Donnie sending over the clan and getting a bunch. Donnie sending over the freaks, and we're getting a bunch of freaky follows. We love it. You're just joining us. It is the National League tiebreaker game, game 163 between the Dodgers and the Cardinals. It's been a heck of a game so far. 4-3 as we go to the top of the 6th. Cody Bellinger is going to be your first batter against Tanner Burns. Off we go on a 2-1 count. Bellinger goes the other way against the shift, ranging to his left, diving, beautiful play. Dominic Aguilera, are you kidding me? Hey, you have a concussion, sir. What are you doing out there? It's all right. It's still pretty sexy. The goalie with a glove. If those of you just here being like, what are they talking about? Dominic Aguilera is my stepson. He is one of our many community-created players like Danielle Freak, Donnie the Dictator. He is one of many community-created players in this universe. We're here to tell the story of major leaguers, 1.0ers from our past generation of doing this. And of course, you guys, we love telling your story. One out here, top of the 6th, the Dill Bomber, Charlie Dillard is your batter. 46 home runs this year. A 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A 160 strikeouts on the season now for Tanner Burns. Continues to raise his career high. 10 strikeouts on the day for those of you who bet on the predictions. The over-under still 13.5. 2 outs now. Corey Seager is your batter. Seager, 2 for 2. You want Dishnet to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"? Only if he does it in Valley Girl. Like, take me out to the ball game for real. Like, buy me some Louis Vuitton and some Crab Rangoon. No? Hey, Dish. 1-1 pitch. Grounded to second. Diving stop from Henderson to throw to first. Safe! Not in time. Seager hustles down the line. He's got his third hit of the game. Hey, is Alicia Silverstone on Cameo? Maybe we can record that if she'd do take me out to the ball game like she was Cher. Gonna do a mound visit here as the Dodgers get their 6th hit on the day to keep the inning alive. Not sure I have much left, says Burns on 99 pitches. Thomas Zapuki's the lefty that started loosening up with Flaherty. They're gonna call on Zapuki. Leave him in, says Chris. Seager got his 3rd hit on the day, and he will send Tanner Burns out, which means bad news for you guys who bet on the over. Both your starters are done. 10 total strikeouts on the day. That's not more than 13.5. Congratulations to those of you who bet the under. 68% of the hairballs in tonight's game were predicted on the under. You guys have won. Congratulations. Thomas Zapuki is coming in. The 30-year-old left-hander from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, comes in. Zapuki, 52nd appearance on the year. He's got a lot of decisions in those. 9-8 on the year with a 2.8 ERA. 9 saves to his credit as well. 70 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 52 hits, 22 earned runs. He has allowed 11 home runs this year while walking 26 and striking out 73. Predominantly features 2 pitches, throws the fastball in the mid-90s, works a curveball in there as well. She is not, but we could get Gilbert. Just as long as it's not Roseanne Barr. I don't need her to be doing any crotch grabs, you know, for butchering a song. Bummer. All right. All my hope. Meanwhile, Tim Lowry is cashing in some dough. Gotcha, Tim. Zapuki, ready to go. Timo Hernandez is your batter. Hernandez 0 for 2 today. Just an 0 for 1 lifetime experience against Zapuki. First pitch is up in the zone. Check, swing, they appeal. What do you got? Strike 1. No! Why would you put that visual in my head, Sean, you filthy animal? Ah.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Need to bleach my eyes out now. Yes, that is the most appropriate emote. Mr. Audit breaking out the rage emote. No, thank you. What? I've seen the life-size poster. Why? I used to wrap the, well, I might have used it to wrap the rear of my house, but then I put the vinyl over it and forgot it was there. The 0-1. In there. Strike 2 quickly behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Sawyer playing just behind the bag here at second base on the shift. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Thomas Zapuki comes in and says good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Hernandez. The side is retired. Top of the 6th is done. Bottom of the 6th we go for 3 Cardinals. All right, we need a new pitcher coming for Chris, and it's going to be the righty Homer Cruz, as Julio Urias was hurt on that play. We don't know the extent of his injury. We'll keep an eye on it. Homer Cruz, the righty, the 27-year-old from the Dominican, comes into this game. 50th appearance on the year for him. 2-1 with a 2.28 ERA. 1 save to his credit. through 55 and a third innings of work so far, allowing just 38 hits and 14 earned runs. Just 7 were allowed by home run. He walked 15 and struck out 62. Who is in for the hot tub with Roseanne, Fran Drescher, and Rosie? But only because you bring her up, I'm going to torture you with, "Oh, Mr. Sheffield." Homer Cruz, ready to go. Tony Sawyer is going to start us off 1 for 2. Yes, bring the earplugs, indeed. Sean Paxton, I need 2 mil and 2 bottles of Jack Daniels. All right, the 1-0 pitch. Sawyer's going to lift that one to left field. Coming on in, Jackson Robertson settles under it, makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Dominic Aguilera coming to the box, 1 for 2, also has a walk, scored twice tonight. He waits a 3-2 pitch. Hard shot over to short, just gonna get past on the diving attempt from McKenzie. Aguilera, concussion and all, sexy plays of the day. 2 hits on the day for him. He's aboard over at first with 1 out. Andrew Alexander is your batter, 2 for 3. Waits for the first pitch, gonna lift it towards center field. Waiting under it, Charlie Dillard. He'll make the catch. 2 outs now. Aguilera goes back to first. And with 2 outs now, Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 for 3 this evening. First pitch, that one's going to miss low for ball 1. One-0 pitch, runner goes. Oh, it was a pitch out. Aguilera noticed it and turned right around, and he'll get back to first safely. Good awareness over at first. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch. There's another one in there. 2 balls and a strike now. Two, 1 pitch. That one misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. The Jet is waiting on deck. The 3-1. Swing fouls that one straight back. It's going to be a full count pitch. Aguilera will be off with 2 outs. The 3-2 pitch. Runner goes into left field. That's a base hit. Aguilera is running. He's heading for third. He's going to head for the plate. He will score. RBI single for Ronald Acuna Jr. Excuse me, a double. Strike that. It's a double, his 30th on the year. 88 RBIs. They went against the shift. They went with a push. And Acuna pulls it into left field. He gets the double, and it's 5-3 Cardinals. The Jet now your batter. He is 1 for 3 with 2 RBI tonight. Did Dom get 2 or 3 runs? Dom has 3 runs tonight, Mike. I was going to say, he scored 3 times. First pitch swung hard, shot over to third, right at Corey Seager, though. He'll throw to first in time to retire the side. Cardinals do pick up a run on 2 hits with no errors. 6 innings are in the books. Let me take a quick break, and I will be back to watch the final 3 innings along with you. You're watching Game 163 National League Tiebreaker. Winner heads to San Francisco. We'll see who that is in a moment. Stick around. Coming back live, it is Game 163, the National League tiebreaker between the Cardinals and the Dodgers. Left-handed Ninjas. And the eMLB Universe coming back with you. Commission LB back here. I'm 1 second. We have a special guest who wants to come say hi, even though he should technically be in left field right now, and he's wearing the glasses because, you know, Corey Hart said it best, wear your sunglasses at night. It's the goalie, Dom Aguilera, the Dominator. Yeah, he's a couple hits today, scored 3 runs, made a sexy play of the day, stole a base. Not bad for a kid who's dealing with a concussion. It shouldn't be looking at screens long, so if you want, you want to say hi or anything, so.
Hi, guys.
He's playing great tonight indeed. Yep. Yes, it's been a long time since I've had a concussion, but I remember this. It was not cool, and I had the one where I was nauseous as well, so no fun. So one day at a time here for us, but he got to see his doctor today, and he'll be taking it easy, but yes, he'll be wearing his sunglasses at night, or at least when there's all these screens here, because right now it's all affecting him. So, but he asked to come up and say hello, and I says, as long as you're okay with it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, get that big extension right now. Well, he's signed for another 3 or 4 more years, I think. So, oh, I think the Coke Commish is coming over to say hi too. So it's the whole family now. As we get ready, 7th inning, it's the Cardinals 5, the Dodgers 3. Cardinals back in the outfield. Tom Zapuki back on the hill. He's got Al Hinton, Juan Corcoran, Jackson Robertson scheduled up. I think she just likes to come in to see how many of you will break out her kitty emotes. All right, Al Hinton will start us off. Hinton is 1 for 2 today.
Today my elf wrapped something up.
Oh, yes, we have.
And Elphys was not there.
Elphys is one of our elves on the shelves. Sugar Plum is our newest one. And as far as we can tell, Sugar Plum wrapped up Elphys as a Christmas gift and said, don't open him up until Christmas.
Probably. Or is he after North Pole partying?
Waiting a 3-1 count to Hinton. It's going to miss low for ball 4. Hello, Port Dog.
I don't know if he's in the
Hinton
house.
gets his 30th walk on the year. It's a leadoff runner here with nobody out.
If he comes out and the president's still there, that means there's something in there. Something else.
I think there's an elf in there, because otherwise, where else would Elphys be?
I'm
Corcoran, 0 for 3.
Something funny is that the president technically moved and Sugar Plum to move when no one was looking, because the present flipped over and also Sugar Plum leaned back.
Uh-oh.
That's weird.
Weird. Very weird.
What's happening?
The 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball low. So in one house they have Candy Cane and Buddy, and then they have Buddy and Sparkle in another house. Ours are Elphys and Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum is our new friend this year.
Yes, I never saw her in my life.
The 2-0 pitch swung on and lifted to center field, pushing towards right center. Joe Adell, plenty of room, waving everyone off, makes the catch for the first out as Hinton gets back to first. 1 out now. Jackson Robertson will be the batter. Robertson is 0 for 2. You silly. He'll throw the first pitch inside, too far in. It's ball 1. What's that? Oh, yes.
I'm not
So she's
toothless.
lost like her 18th tooth in the last, like, I don't know, 4 weeks. So, all I know is this. Tooth Fairy broke, y'all. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jesus Yaquez starting to warm up for the Cardinals. He's the right hand. Kokamish is a shark, confirmed. Yes, losing all the teeth. The 1-0. Lifted towards left center field. Coming back towards center as Adele comes in. He will make the catch. Tooth Fairy needs Twitch ads. Confirmed. Yes. Yes, indeed. Two outs now. Rob Deere Jr. tonight, 1 for 3. First pitch is going to miss away for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is going to be lifted to left field. Aguilera heading over towards it. Adele is there. Adele will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Dodgers will get a leadoff walk, but that is all they get. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Wouldn't you say?
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face.
Or lose your
I was
teeth.
born to rob you. But you were born to rub me first.
7th inning stretch on this Tooth Fairy edition of the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. It is the Dodgers against the Cardinals here in this pivotal winner-go-home game. Cardinals, bottom of the 7th, take a 5-3 lead into this one. That does not sound like Alicia Silverstone, I agree. Apparently, we haven't figured out her fee yet. All right. Homer Cruz is still out there. He'll take on Joe Adele. Tom Shuey, Gunnar Henderson scheduled up. Adele is 1 for 2 tonight with 2 RBI. Waits a 2-1 pitch. Grounded over to third. Oopsie, it's another bobble for Corey Seager. He's having a little bit of a hard time over there today. You know what I mean? So, just saying, second error on the day for Seager, 3 overall. Corey can't Seager, apparently. Runner at first. Tom Shuey is your batter. Shuey tonight, 0 for 3. He'll watch the first pitch at the knee, strike 1. Third base play in the AL is superior, confirmed. 0-1 from Cruz. That was a curveball down there on the way to second. Hernandez rifles it down there, and he will gun him down. Adele tried to get his second steal on the night, but they are just not respecting the arm of Timo Hernandez. It finally catches up. We got 1 out now, 1-1 count. No one on, so we go 1 pitch mode. And it's a 2-2. To center field. Going back, drifting back further, but still plenty of room is Charlie Dillard. He makes the catch for the second out. We got a boss battle? Nope, not yet. All right, 2 outs now. Gunnar Henderson is your batter. Tonight he's 0 for 3. A 2-2 pitch. Lined into right field. That'll drop down for a hit. Deere gets right to it. He'll pick it up on the 1 hop. Gets it in. First hit on the day for Henderson. 12 hits for the Cardinals overall. 2 outs now. Here comes Ivan Herrera. Herrera 2 for 3 tonight. We're going to have a pinch runner coming in for Gunnar Henderson. Armani Sanchez dealing with some hand soreness. Sanchez for Henderson. All right, pinch runner at first, Armani Sanchez. Now we're ready. First pitch to Herrera, goes right after it, fouls it off right side, right nearby the Cardinals dugout. The 0-1. Grounded towards second, deep into stop. Corcoran throws over, is it a diving play? Makes a beautiful throw over to first. That's a pretty nice play. Terrific defense from Juan Corcoran. That will retire this side. 7 innings are now in the books. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Dodgers 3. Defensive change. Armani Sanchez will stay in this game as he replaces... Feel the throat vanishing here. As he replaces Gunnar Henderson, Armani Sanchez in at second in place. Double checking. Thomas Zapuki is still going to be the pitcher. Zapuki will start off with McKenzie, followed by Bellinger and Dillard. McKenzie 1 for 3 tonight. He had the 3-run homer, responsible for all the offense here back in the top of the third. Waits an 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Fatality.
Throws 93 low and away. Gets him to swing right over it. Second strikeout of the day for Thomas Zapuki. We've got 1 out, top of the 8th. Cody Bellinger now to the box. Bellinger tonight 0 for 3. A 3-0 count. Swings on the 3-0 pitch. It's a shot over to Sanchez, who ranges to his right. He'll throw to first, and there's your second out. 2 outs now. Charlie Dillard will come to the box. The switch hitter now on the left side, on the right side, excuse me. He's 0 for 3 tonight. A 3-0 count. Corey Knebel warming up, and there is ball 4. Second walk issued by Zapuki. Dillard is aboard. Lefty Corey Seager comes up. Seager tonight has not been able to get out. He struggles at the field, but he's 3 for 3 tonight. First pitch is missing inside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is in the... No, never mind. Strike that.
What?
How's that ball 2? What a time for an ump to go derp. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and slapped foul. 2 balls and a strike. Clearly it would have been ball 3. The people demand robot umpires. Wait. The 2-1 to Seager. That one's a curveball. Obviously misses low. It's 3 balls and a strike. Boss battle. Let's get some balls of yarn and maybe get Fluffy out. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back. Sorry, I can feel the throat struggling right this moment. My apologies. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 8th here. Dillard will be off on the full count pitch. The full count. Dillard goes, swung on, but hit foul down the left side. We'll do it again. 3-2, one more time. Runner goes, and another one fouled off that will find the seats. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The 3-2 to left center field. This one's got some carry. Adele's going back, still going back, but this is going to be a 2-run homer for Corey Seager. Corey Seager gets his 23rd home run on the year, and none bigger than that one as he ties this game. It's now 5-5. 4 for 4 tonight for Corey Seager. And with that, Jesus Yaquez is getting the call. Yaquez, the 24-year-old from the Dominican, the 6'4" righty. 66th appearance on the year. He's 7-1 with a 2.19 ERA, 6 saves to his credit this season. 94 and a third innings of work. He's given up 71 hits, 23 earned runs, 5 by home run. He has walked 30 and struck out 95. Timo Hernandez is your batter tonight, 0 for 3. Rain is beginning to fall. Wonderful. A 1-0 count. Lifted to right field. This one's going back. Acuna goes back. Back-to-back home runs for the Dodgers.
Yeah, get up there and wham! A homer! Wham! Another homer! Wham! 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 Wham!
Timo Hernandez tomahawks one into right field about 5 rows deep, and the Dodgers come back to get the 6-5 lead. 18th home run of the year for Hernandez. And now the Dodgers take the lead. Al Hinton is your batter. Hinton tonight, 1 for 2. What a game. Dodgers clearly want to get out of this ring, apparently. The 2-2 pitch. It's going to lift it to left field, not very deep. Dominic Aguilera will come in. He'll make the catch. That will retire the side. Dodgers double up their score. They'll go and get 3 more, and now they'll take a 6-5 lead. We go bottom of the 8th. It's Dodgers 6, Cardinals 5. All right, I did not mention Cesar and Gomez have been warming up. He is now into this game. And Gomez, the lefty, 26-year-old from San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican. He's going to make his 76th appearance on the year. 10 wins against 5 losses, 24 saves to his credit. 3.14 ERA for Gomez. 59 hits in 77 and a third innings of work. He's given up 27 earned runs, 5 home runs, while walking 35 and striking out 95 this year. He'll throw upper 90s, touching 100 with the fastball. He'll work a curveball and occasional changeup in there. It is the 3rd season in the majors for Gomez, former international free agent signed by the Orioles. And Gomez ready to go. He's got Tony Sawyer, Dominic Aguilera, Andrew Alexander scheduled up. See activity further behind in the Dodger dugout. The left-handed flamethrower Andrew James is warming up. The 2-0 pitch. He's going to lift it. Center field. Moving over, Charlie Dillard. Plenty of time. One out. One out now, Dominic Aguilera. 2 for 3 tonight. A 1-1 pitch. Hard shot towards first, but right at Al Hinton, who'll take 2 steps in front of him. Steps on the bag, and there's another big out. 2 outs now. Andrew Alexander, now your batter. 2 for 4. 0-1 count. Swinging bunt, Hernandez gonna have to hurry, rifles it to first, and he'll beat Alexander out to retire this side. 1-2-3 inning for Cesar and Gomez. 8 innings are in the books. To the 9th we go. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Cardinals 5. All right, Jesus Jaquez comes back out here for another inning of work. Deals with the top of the order. Juan Corcoran, Jackson Robertson, and Rob Deere Jr. scheduled up. We'll start with Corcoran tonight. 0 for 4. A 1-1 pitch. Shot towards second, but right at Armani Sanchez. Throws the first one, second baseman. Throws out another. 1 out. Jackson Robertson comes to the box tonight, 0 for 3. The pitch, first pitch lifted to left field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Aguilera gets over there quick as Robinson took the wide corner, but stops over at first. 9 hits on the day now for the Dodgers. Robinson's aboard at first. 1 out, Rob Deere Jr. 1 for 4 tonight. Still raining. Oh, dear God. I was like, don't be a rain out. That's not the way we want it to go. 30 minutes later. Keep an eye on your pitchers, guys. Might have to factor in a 30-minute rain delay. All right. First pitch goes and swings right through for strike 1. Okay, I will change. That was my mistake. You sure? That's my mistake, Andrew. I didn't notice that until after. Keep the same. Okay. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses inside. It's a ball and a strike. Corey Knebel is loosening up in the bullpen. The 1-1 pitch. This is inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Where's Rick Dempsey sliding around the tarps? We'll always remember that. The 2-1 pitch. That one's in there. Strike 2. Robertson might have been thinking of going, but he does not take the jump. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Normally there is off the bat of Rob Deere, but not that time. Jesus Jaquez will get the first strikeout on the day. We got 2 outs now, top of the 9th. Darius McKenzie is your batter. Had the big 3-run homer back in the top of the 3rd. It's his only hit of the night. He's 1 for 4. First pitch, gonna miss low for ball 1. The 1-0. Up there at the letters. 1 ball and a strike. Dang it, Rob. The 1-1 pitch from Yaquez, up and in, 2 balls and a strike, a little too far high. Rain continues to come down here. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, good slider from Yaquez. The 2-2 pitch. To right field, hooking. That will bounce safely in foul territory. No one could get to it. McKenzie stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Checks the swing. Call strike 3. He got him. Jesus Yaquez gets the job done here in the 9th. Nothing for the Dodgers. On a hit, they'll leave a runner. Bottom of the 9th, last chance for the Cardinals. It's been a heck of a game. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Cardinals 5. New pitcher coming in for the Dodgers. They went and traded for him. Dodgers bring in the 26-year-old from Haverhill, Massachusetts, the left-hander Andrew James. James this season, 62nd appearance on the year, 2-5 with a 2.57 ERA, 63 innings of work. Gave up 51 hits, 18 earned runs, allowed 8 homers. He walked 31 and struck out 80. Continues to struggle when he's away from home because, as again, for those who know, he's on the spectrum. He deals with sensory processing, so he struggles on the road. 3.64 ERA on the year for the left-hander. Former Rocky, sent to Pittsburgh, now a Dodger, soon to be free agent. Is this his last game as a Dodger? He hopes not. James is ready to go. He throws upper 90s with a fastball, slider, works a cutter. He's got the heart of the order coming up. Acuna, Benny the Jet Rodriguez, Joe Adell scheduled up. Acuna comes to the box, 2 for 4 with an RBI tonight. 2 for 7 lifetime against Andrew James. The 1-2 to Acuna. Got him swinging with the slider.
Hey, bada 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 bada, swing, bada. Hey, bada 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 bada, swing, bada. Kennedy, swing, bada.
I just realized that I have had 2 community-created players of my own in each of these tie-breaking games. Just realized that. Hey! Sometimes I don't think of Dom as my own, but you get the idea. Big first strikeout for James. Benny the Jet Rodriguez comes to the box tonight, 1 for 4 with 2 RBI, just 0 for 1 lifetime against AJ. First pitch. Hit to left field, hard down the line. If it stays fair, it's gone. Fair ball. It's gone. .96-mile-an-hour pitch. He was late on, but he hits it hard, and it stays fair down the line. Holy crap. It's tied at 6. 31st home run on the season for the Jet. 3rd RBI of the game. 110 on the season for him now. 6-6, bottom of the 9th. Wow, what a game. Joe Adell is your batter. 1 for 3 with 2 RBI. He's 3 for 6 lifetime against Andrew James, and he's got 2 homers. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Jams him inside, and he gets it right by him.
Emotional damage.
Second strikeout on the day for AJ, but he probably is still rattled from the home run he allowed. 2 outs now. Tom Shuey is your batter. Shuey 0 for 4. The 1-0. Over to first. Easy play there for Hinton. He'll step on the bag. Extra baseball, gang. Let's go. Time is it? All right. 2 innings maximum that I call. 2 maximum that I call before we sim it. All right. Yeah, maybe we need 164 games to decide it. If it's going 9 more, I ain't calling it. Because that's the best that I can do. I could use throat drops. Can we get a throat drops, sponsorship? Asking for a friend. Okay. Anju, are you staying? Nope, he yells time. That's what I was waiting on. He yells, time! Change to Knebel. That's what I was waiting on. All right, new pitcher coming in. Corey Knebel is coming in the extra inning situation here. This one could not get solved in regulation. Get Commission's own beat colony. I'll take that. Then I can be Winnie the Pooh. Oh, stuff and fluff. Anyway, 76th appearance on the year for the Bird Dog. 6-4 with a 2.56 ERA. 13 saves to his credit this year. He's gone 88 innings, given up 51 hits, allowed 25 earned runs, 9 home runs. He's walked 26. Can you imagine this? 140 strikeouts for Corey Knebel this season. That is insane in itself. Tom! No. All right. Knebel's ready to go. We got Bellinger, Dillard, Corey Seager. Bellinger, 0 for 4. Waits a 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Knuckle curve gobbles them all up. First strikeout on the day for Corey Knebel. We got 1 out now. Charlie Dillard coming to the box. Dillard 0 for 3. A 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Second strikeout on the day for Corey Knebel. 2 outs now. Corey Seager will be your batter. Seager, 4 for 4 tonight. He had the home run to center field, 2 RBI on the day. A 3-2 pitch from Knebel. To center. Corey Seager has his 5th hit on the day. Corey Seager cannot be stopped. He can only hope to contain him when he's at the plate. When he's on the field, then he's going to bumble iron. Timo Hernandez had a home run in his last at bat, 1 for 4. Swing, fouls that one off. The 0-1 to left field. Going down the line, Aguilera gets in the neighborhood, but foul. It finds the seats. Aguilera did not give himself another concussion. The 0-2 pitch. Misses low, doesn't go after it. It's 1-2. 2 strikes the pitch. To center. Adele coming in. Will get there. He will make the catch. And that will retire this side. No score in the top of the 10th. Do we get her done in the bottom of the 10th? We'll find out. It's 6-6. All right, Andrew James is going to stay in after 10 pitches. 3 righties scheduled up here. Armani Sanchez is going to make his first at bat on the evening. Sanchez, the 25-year-old from Houston, Texas, enters play. He hit .212 on the season with 3 home runs, 11 RBI. Never faced Andrew James before. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. First strikeout, third strikeout on the day for Andrew James. We got 1 out now. Bottom of the 10th. Ivan Herrera is your batter. He's 2 for 4. A 2-2 pitch. To right field, Ivan Herrera. The magic continues. Third hit on the day for him as he deposits one in front of Rob Deere Jr. Boss battle. Herrera is at first. 1 out. Tony Sawyer is your batter. Sawyer, 1 for 4. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Dom is on deck. Brother versus brother coming up here in a moment. The 1-0. In there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Swings right through the slider. He was thinking fastball. He took a little off on it. It's count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 from James. Checks the swing. They appeal. No, they say that one was close. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 from AJ. To center. Not very deep. Charlie Dillard will come in and make the catch. 2 outs. Top of the order we go. Dominic Aguilera, older brother, comes up against Andrew James. 2 for 4 today. Lifetime. Dominic has a 4 for 8 record against his brother. First pitch, big swing from Aguilera as he was thinking of ending it in the bleachers. 100 off from the arm of Andrew James. Has his sign, the 0-1. Throws a slider on the outside, called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 misses low. No chance on Aguilera swinging on that one. Near 45,000 on their feet here in the rain. Not many people have left. The 1-2 fouls it off. He'll stay alive. My guessing is no matter what, the household will not have a fun holiday after this game. Well, Dom will know what I'm talking about. If I told Andrew the result, he'd be like, huh? The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with the slider. Andrew James gets the job done. 4 strikeouts on the day for him. Side is retired. To the 11th, we will go. One more inning I will call before we sim it. I hate to do it, but that's the case. It's 6-6. All right, Jack Flaherty is warming up still. Corey Knebel comes back out. Al Hinton, Juan Corcoran, Jackson Robertson is your batter. Hinton, 1 for 3 tonight. A 1-2. Called strike 3, fools him with the knuckle curve, and he goes down. Nothing but crickets because he didn't swing the bat there. The big train goes to have a seat. 3rd strikeout on the day for Corey Knebel. Juan Corcoran, your batter now. 0 for 5. A 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. He got him as a victim.
Emotional damage.
4 strikeouts on the day now for Corey Knebel. 2 outs. Jackson Robertson is your batter. He is 1 for 4. First pitch from Knebel to center field, but right in the direction of Joe Waddell. He makes the catch, and Corey Knebel gets him out of the top of the 11th. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. Back to the bottom of the 11th we go. Cards are up. It's tied at 6. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Marshall Kozlowski, the Conroe, Texas native, 31-year-old right-hander. '68th appearance on the year for Kozlowski. 4-1 with a 2.64 ERA, 7 saves to his credit. 71 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 49 hits, 21 earned runs allowed, 6 homers, walking 42 and striking out 99 batters on the year. Kozlowski throws upper 90s with the fastball, the curveball, and the changeup. 2, 3, 4 batters due up. Andrew Alexander will start us off. He's 2 for 5 tonight. 0 for 1 lifetime against Kozlowski. The 3-1 pitch. Up high, ball 4. Alexander takes the lead off wide. Runner at first. Ronald Acuna Jr. is your batter. He's 2 for 5 with an RBI tonight. First pitch, he goes right after it, fouls it back high off the net. It's 0-1. Sorry, Anju, I got your instruction late. The 0-1. Grounded to second. Over to short for 1, but that is it as McKenzie doesn't try to turn for 2. Getting down the line quick was Acuna. He will get to first. 1 out, 1 on. The Jet, 2 for 5, has the home run down the line to get us to where we are. Time is being called. Getting a, get this, we're getting a replacement catcher here. Antonio Gomez will come in to replace Timo Hernandez here. New catcher, in the game. Antonio Gomez, more defensive-minded. The Jet ready to go. First pitch misses just outside, ball one. Yeah, Gomez just a little bit better defensive. The 1-0. There's a call, strike, ball and a strike. The 1-1 comes inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Winning run is at first base. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Great block by Gomez to make sure Acuna didn't get a freebie. 3 balls, 1 strike to the Jet. Joe Adell waits on deck. The 3-1 pitch in there. Strike 2. Full count. The 3-2 pitch. Runner doesn't go. Swung on. Lifted to left field. Jackson Robertson. Plenty of room. Makes the catch. 2 outs now. 2 outs. Joe Adell is your batter. 1 for 4 today for Joe. 2 RBI. 2 for 4 a lifetime against Marshall Kozlowski. First pitch looks like it caught. Yes, curveball caught the outside corner. Strike 1. The 0-1. Big swing and a miss as he tried to end it with that one, but it's no balls and 2 strikes. It is 1:21 a.m. here in eMLB St. Louis. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Marshall Kozlowski gets his 100th strikeout on the season. One more. That's it. One more. I've got one more in me. Okay? And then that's it. I'm trying. All of you that are calling for Let's Play 2, or you want 18, especially you, Sean Paxlayer.
Watch your language, bud. We're on the air.
Screw you, Daffy. I don't care. Top of the 12th. New pitcher coming in for the Cardinals. Jack Flaherty's coming in. Yeah, Co-Commish calling the game would not be as good as you think it would be. Might be cute, but I think that's about it. Flaherty comes in, the 30-year-old. Just his 6th appearance on the year. 0-1 with a 6.41 ERA. 19 2/3 innings of work. He gave up 25 hits, 14 earned runs, allowed 6 homers, walking 5 and striking out 12. 4-pitch arsenal, your traditional 4-pitch combination. Throws mid-90s with that fastball. Works the slider, the curveball, and the changeup. Leave the stream up and just click 1. Save your voice. I might do that. We'll see. All right, one more inning for sure that I will call. Jack Flaherty ready to take on Rob Deere Jr., Darius McKenzie, Cody Bellinger scheduled up. Deere Jr., 1 for 5 tonight. A 2-2 pitch to RDJ. Look out. There's your first hitting of the night. That one, 100-mile-an-hour pitch that caught him. And he will go down to first on a 2-2 fastball that clips him. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. Darius McKenzie is your batter now. McKenzie, 1 for 5. He had the home run way back in the third. First pitch in there. Strike one. The 0-1. That one's away. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Swings and fouls that one off. It's a roller towards the first base side, but it is foul. Ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 to D-Mac. Called strike 3. McKenzie thought that was outside, but that is the hat trick as he will go down.
Emotional damage.
First strikeout on the day for Jack Flaherty. 1 out here in the 12th. Cody Bellinger, your batter. 0 for 5 tonight for Cody. First pitch is going to miss low. Ball 1. Bellinger, with a decent amount of experience against Flaherty. 5 hits and 15 at-bats. The 1-0. Oh, he went for the downs on that one. He'll swing and a miss. 1-1. The 1-1. Fouls that one off. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one straight back. He stays alive. The 1-2 from Flaherty. Swing and a miss. Took some off, throws the slider, and he got him.
Fatality.
Second strikeout on the day for Jack Flaherty. 2 outs now, and here comes the Dill Bomber, Charlie Dillard. 0 for 4 today. Goes after the first pitch, lifts it to center field. Joe Adell, plenty of room. He will make the catch. And the Dodgers will get nothing. Leave 1 in the 12th. Bottom of the 12th we go. It is 6-6. Last inning, I promise. All right, Chris says 1 sec. Let me let him see what he's got. You've got Shuey, Sanchez, Herrera scheduled up. Switch righty-righty. Gonna keep Marshall Kozlowski in, he says. Back to the game we go. Tom Shuey, your batter. 0 for 5 tonight. The first pitch to Shuey. Grounded over to short. A couple hopper to McKenzie. He'll throw to first. Shuey's got down. 1 out. Amani Sanchez, now your batter. 0 for 1. With an 0-2 pitch. Ooh, called strike 3. Great framework from Antonio Gomez. He got him. Look at where that one was. Beautiful work. Kozowski, his second strikeout. 2 outs now. Ivan Herrera, your batter. 3 for 5 tonight for Herrera. A 3-2 pitch. Misses low and in, ball 4. Herrera takes his base. Runner at first. 2 outs. Tony Sawyer is your batter. Sawyer, 1 for 5 tonight. First pitch, gonna be right down the middle, strike 1. Yeah, it's not like Jandy Ronson needs any extra help, huh, Tom? The 0-1 to Sawyer. Grounded hard to short. McKenzie is there. He'll make the play to second. And this one is done with me after 12. I hate to do it. Gave it every chance I could, gang. I really did. This is a divisional matchup starting next year. All right, I'm gonna skim through the half inning. And the Dodgers got 2 right away. Let's see how they did it. 13 starts with a walk to Corey Seager. Corey could not be gotten out at all. Gomez struck out swinging. Al Hinton, the big train, got a 2-run homer. Juan Corcoran grounded it out. Well, the rest doesn't matter. It's the big train's 32nd on the year. Ron Marinaccio comes in. We will watch at bat per at bat. Aguilera on a 1-1. Grounded to short. McKenzie makes the play. 1 out. Alexander, 2 for 5. On a 1-1. He'll ground it to short in the shift. McKenzie again has been busy. Down to their final out. Acuna Jr., 2 for 6. First pitch, it's grounded over to second. Juan Corcoran has it. He throws to first. And the Los Angeles Dodgers end what is an amazing game by both of these sides. I hate that anyone had to lose this one, but what a game 163 we just had. 13 innings, 8-6 victory. Back and forth is the basic way to put it. This is why we do eMLB. Wow. So basically, LAD effed around most of the game until homers bailed him out. I see you, LAD. Aju, congratulations. Great season. You battled through the injuries you were given. You had a very good chance to win this game. The team played well, 14 hits, but in the end, it was the power of this top National League hitting offense that wins it for them. Dodgers get 1, 2, 3, 4 home runs in this game. 270 is their total count for the regular season after those home runs. Wow. What a game. I have no clue who to name outside of Corey's. See, I struggle with naming Corey Seager because of the 2 errors he had. But yeah, Jackson Robinson 2 for 6. Darius McKenzie had the 3-run homer. Seager 5 for 5, scored twice, 2 RBI. Hernandez 1 for 5 with an RBI. Al Hinton, 2 for 5, 2 RBI. Aguilera, Alexander, Acuna, the Jet, 2 hits. Ivan Herrera, 3 hits. So, impressive day from all sides. Win goes to Marshall Kozlowski. He's 5-1 on the year. 2 innings, just allowed 2 walks. The loss goes to Jack Flaherty, who's 0-2. He gave up the 1 run on 1 walk, struck out 3 in an inning and third. Ron Marinaccio allowed the 1 inning, or did the 1 inning perfect to get his second save. Second save of the season. I'm not sure who the player of the game would seriously be, but they gave it to Corey Seager. Wow. Hate that I had to finish it that way, but I gave it every chance I could. All right, I am going. First off, is this on? Yes, it is. All right, I'm going to quick sim until it gets us to our playoff brackets. And there was a rain delay. Congrats, Chris. Again, well done this season to you both. Great finish for both teams there. Again, even with the loss, Anju's team finished over 600 since the trade deadline. Both teams played an awesome game. All right, so no games scheduled on this day. So I assume the next day, yes, we'll have the first game at Seattle and Los Angeles. So let me quick play to that. Thank you, Sean, or Mike, or both. So the good news is the Dodgers get a couple of days to recover. First game is going to be the Mariners against the Angels from Anaheim. And then on the following day, it'll be Dodgers, Giants. So, I had been thinking of not working tomorrow, and right now I'm not planning to call the game tomorrow. The old 11:05 first pitch playoff games. Good call, Ken. Yeah, a little bit of a late game there, isn't it? Yeah, playoff coverage, as you see, here's the tree. As you see it, winner will face Houston in the American League between the Mariners and the Angels. In the National League, it'll be the Dodgers against the Giants. Winner advancing to that one will get to face the other Western team in the Padres. Then, as you see in the division series, it will be the Indians taking on the Orioles. Phillies will take on the Cubs. Phew! That was fun, but exhausting at the same time. Indeed. All right. Who we got? Let's see. Parent channel is open. Is PBE still running? I can't tell if PBE is still running, or if they're going to keep running, because they're doing the Tahini Classic over there. All right, so you know what? We'll raid the parent channel. Why not? because I think PBE, they're in the neighborhood of when they'll finish. So if giveaways are being done, let's get you guys a chance if you're not there already. Back to litter box I go. Flipping Kitty Ninjas do assassinate. You're looking at their victim. Next time I can find some glue and tape, I'll put my head back on straight. I'll try to speak and get back in front of you, dear Lord, Thursday, which is probably our last stream before Christmas. There's no way we're streaming on the 24th or the 25th. So Thursday looks like we're going to be doing at least one of the games. And right now that would be the American League wildcard play-in game. That could be a lot of fun. But for now, Commish LB reminding you how you think directs your life. When you think you're best, you're going to be your best. So please go and do your best. Whew. I'm exhausted. Over to the parent channel we go. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Hope you had fun. Peace.
You jackass!